Good Thursday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Well, we made it over the hump, and we're in the home stretch towards the weekend. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Thursday. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you'll be part of my conversation with author Catherine Klatzker discussing her new book, You Will Never Be Normal. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Thursday headlines. In Mississippi news, young child becomes Mississippi's sixth pediatric COVID-19 death. Mississippi has lost 6 children to COVID-19 since the pandemic began, state health officials said on Wednesday. The 6th death, which was a child younger than 5, was reported on Wednesday by the Mississippi State Department of Health. State Dr. Paul Beers said according to the latest report, 7 children are hospitalized in intensive care because of COVID-19 and 3 are on ventilators. We have seen some increases in the number of pediatric admissions due to COVID-19, Beard says. Beard says there is an increasing proportion of COVID-19 cases in children ages 5 to 17. We're seeing more COVID in those kids now. Certainly, a lot of those children are unvaccinated. We're encouraging everyone now to make sure that your child 12 years and older are vaccinated. While most children infected with COVID-19 will recover, some could experience severe symptoms, Beard said. Mississippi reported 3,385 new COVID-19 positive tests and 22 new deaths on Wednesday. Beer said the number of hospitalizations appears to be flattening, but there is still an enormous amount of pressure on the state's hospitals. We are still seeing a whole lot of cases. We're still seeing over 3,000 cases a day. That's still a lot of cases, Beer said. Then we look at these deaths. We are seeing a number of deaths in younger individuals in their 40s, 30s, and in some cases in their 20s. These are unvaccinated individuals. Beer said the state is seeing progress with the number of people being vaccinated. That is ultimately what is going to get us out of this, Beer said. Beer has encouraged those who test positive to COVID-19 to talk to their doctor about antibody treatment, which can be administered through IV infusion or 4 injections into the skin. In national news, the Pentagon says U.S. troops must get their COVID-19 vaccines as soon as possible. Military troops must immediately begin to get the COVID-19 vaccine, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said in a memo Wednesday, ordering service leaders to impose ambitious timelines for implementation. More than 800,000 service members have yet to get their shots, according to the Pentagon data. And now that the Pfizer vaccine has received full approval from the Food and Drug Administration, the Defense Department is adding it to the list of required shots troops must get as part of their military service. A senior defense official said that Austin has made it clear to the services that he expects them to move quickly and that this will be completed in weeks and not months. In more national news, court upholds death sentence for church shooter Dylan Roof. A federal appeals court Wednesday upheld Dylan Roof's conviction and death sentence for the 2015 racist slaying of 9 members of a black South Carolina congregation, saying the legal record cannot even capture the full horror of what he did. A unanimous 3-judge panel of the 4th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Richmond rejected arguments that the young man should have been ruled incompetent to stand trial in the shootings at Mother Emanuel AME Church in Charleston. In more national news, pain compliance. Video shows trooper pummeling black man. Graphic body camera video kept secret for more than 2 years shows a Louisiana State Police trooper pummeling a black motorist 18 times with a flashlight and attacked the trooper defended as pain compliance. I'm not resisting. Aaron Larry Bowman can be heard screaming between blows on the footage obtained by the Associated Press. The May 2019 beating followed a traffic stop, left him with a broken jaw, 3 broken ribs, a broken wrist, and a gash to his head that required 6 staples to close. Bowman's encounter near his Monroe home came less than 3 weeks after troopers from the same embattled agencies punched, stunned, and dragged another black motorist, Ronald Green, before he died in police custody on a rural roadside in northeast Louisiana. Federal prosecutors are examining both cases in a widening investigation into police brutality and potential cover-ups involving both troopers and state police brass. In international news, Blinken estimates 1,500 Americans may still await evacuation. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said Wednesday that as many as 1,500 Americans may be awaiting evacuation from Afghanistan, a figure that suggests this part of the U.S.-led airlift could be completed before President Joe Biden's Tuesday deadline. Untold thousands of at-risk Afghans, however, are struggling to get into the Kabul airport. And finally, in entertainment news, Fox News earns top rating spot with Afghanistan coverage. Fox News Channel, bolstered by viewers' rapt attention to the U.S.-led evacuation from Afghanistan, was last week's most-watched TV outlet on broadcaster cable, according to Nielsen Company's figures out this week. The channel averaged just under 3 million viewers. Fox News Channel outpaced both its cable news competition and the broadcast networks that typically jockey for the top spot. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Every person must find their own path. When you deal with people who are totally unaware, remember everyone must find their own way toward awakening. You already may be aware that we are all essentially one, and we all emanate from the same source. This is great because you are on your way to understanding your awakened true self. However, all people just don't get it, and they probably never will. You may find it painful and frustrating to watch these people as they struggle through life, unconsciously aware of their truth. It is easy for you to judge these people and become intolerant of them. It will help you to know that even these unaware individuals are still part of God's total plan. Even when you find yourself awake, there are still places in your own mind and heart that need healing. In the same way, our world has dark places that require love, forgiveness, and healing. Today, understand the true healing of our entire world. Our whole society depends on the awareness of every individual. And always remember to enjoy the day.
Catherine Klatzker is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight, right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Author Catherine Klatzker joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about her new book, You Will Never Be Normal. Here's a bit of our conversation. Catherine, what has it been like for you to see the way that readers are responding to the book?
Readers are responding in a variety of ways. Some readers tell me that they read it all in one sitting, that they just sit down and read it, which I think is astounding because I think it's kind of intense. Other readers tell me that they really take their time with it, and when they get to the middle, they put it down for a day or two before they pick it up again because there's a lot to digest. But it's all in all positive. It's a positive response that I'm getting.
Well, that's good. So did you have that fear of what people would think, not only of the book, but also by extension of you in writing the book?
Yes, I did, because it felt very much like, I don't know how else to say it, but it felt like I was absolutely outing myself. And I realize when I see friends or when I meet people now that they know everything about me. And that's really unusual and hard. And I've had some friends come up to me and just joke and just say, I thought you were the normal one, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. Now, I'm just going to say that goes to the point I was making earlier about what normal is, right? I think that is the whole thing. People have kind of decided for society what is considered normal, and when people don't fit that quote-unquote mold or identity, then they're looked at as being different. How does this book help you in seeing yourself in a different light?
I think, first of all, that there probably is no such thing as normal.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. Prepare to guest on tomorrow to wrap up this week. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.